wine glasses. What, Tiffany? It's supposed to be delivering my custom-made wine glasses. I haven't gotten them yet. It's been a while. I ordered those like 3 months ago, and I got a wine glass. Look, first of all, I'm 5'4". Shut up, Jasmine. I'm 5'4". I'm 5'4". I'm not 5'2", I'm 5'4". I have receipts. My license states 5'4". And I got a glass that's 5 feet tall. Oh yes, just wait till we back this setup and you able to see me standing beside the glass and put in multiple, but let me just show you. I'm gonna show y'all better than I could tell y'all, okay? Thank you so much for your patience, I appreciate that, y'all. I was literally on the phone with sources up until we hit live, okay? It went from being a slow news day to busy all of a sudden. It's like, I don't know, it feels like, I don't know, a restaurant. You just never know when a game lets out or an awards ceremony. We have our busy we have our busy days and we have our slow days like any other job, okay? Listen, y'all, full 2 shows for y'all. We got a lot of wine to discuss. Definitely have to discuss Shannon Sharpe backpedaling and pussy popping. Oh my God, he done made the youngest rich white girl in history in this time, okay? She can retire from OnlyFans. We'll definitely talk about that. Definitely got to talk about Cash Doll, all right? Y'all dragging her on the internet. I don't know why. We're also going to talk about Jess Hilarious. Y'all dragging her too. I said black women is just not winning these days, okay? Definitely going to talk about Megan Thee Stallion and her new boyfriend again, Klay Thompson, and this Watchgate, okay? People buying love around here. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna get to the bottom of it. Definitely gonna be discussing Tracy Ellis Ross. I don't think she's ever made our show. This is her first time, and we've done this. I don't think Tracy Ellis is well, when she was dating Akon little brother. That was a long time ago. You gotta be a day one wino to remember that, okay? Also gonna be discussing 50 Cent suing his baby mama and much, much more. And then, of course, we got our second show on TashaKLive.com, which is going to feature the astronomer CEO and his side chick. Side chick, okay? He treated her like a side chick when that video showed up, okay? When it popped up. Oh, we're gonna be discussing Columbus Short. And the only reason we're going to be discussing Columbus Short and the man seems to be in a domestic dispute with every woman that he's with. Jasmine, please, for the second part of the show on TashaKLive.com, pull the video of when Superhead put him out the apartment. Oh, it was funny. Oh my God, it was funny. I kind of know about him and his wife now, and I guess she's posted pictures of bruises, and so has he. We're going to discuss it all because oh yeah, we got firsthand information on that. Me and my team was just laughing the day that she whooped when he was supposed to appear at our show in California. When we came to California, Columbus Short was supposed to be a specialized guest, but his wife allegedly whooped his ass that day. And she said sit down, and he did, but we'll talk about that, okay? We're gonna talk about all that. We're also gonna be discussing Glorilla and Gloss Up. Okay, along with Nicki versus the industry, Noriega doing an interview. He seemed a little slurred off some shit, and Trippie Redd's ex-girlfriend, and much, much more. And then, of course, we have a new story, a new woman. I mean, this season is packed for Stephon Diggs. Okay, well, we talked about this baby mother, but there's some allegations that just surfaced regarding him and her and Abortgate. That's all we're going to talk about. You can catch that on TashaKLive.com. Make sure you subscribe there. But listen, before we get into this wine today, we definitely got to let you know what's streaming on TashaKLive.com, as well as what's coming up from our sponsors, okay? Hold that thought. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll be right back after the break, okay? Let's go.
I'm not a TV bitch. I'm a bitch that's on TV. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not one of these TV bitches. Like, no, bitch, I will rag you off camera. I don't even want the TV moment. I really want you to know what time I'm on. Because if I don't get I'm sorry, I'm going to stomp it out. Shut the fuck camera! They almost took me down. They was too heavy.
Let's say you're in a relationship with a really great girl, and lo and behold, you've been lying to her the entire time. Not only do you have another woman on the side, that woman is your wife. Your wife. You're married. So let's say you did all that. My question is, why?
Men can't be trusted. The only way I'd believe a man is if I knew what he was thinking. Because they'll tell you anything to get what they want.
Yo, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, especially you lovely ladies.
Those mofos have silver tongues.
She may be a suck-ass teacher, but Miss King is off the hook. If I was a little bit older and she was a lot younger, we could do it up maternal style.
Richard.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
Yes, we are. So listen, okay, you guys know that we keep it 1,000 up over here, and when we get it right, we get it right. When we get it wrong, we get it wrong. We do have to take the time to issue an apology, okay? You guys know that, you know, whatever we post, all falls on me. Okay, and so with that being said, there was a story that was going viral, posted by, let me see what this dude's name is. Give me 1 second. Hold on for a second. I don't even think we've ever even talked about him, which is the crazy part. He ended up, okay, so there's this rapper. Let me get it. I'll make sure, because I don't. Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. Let me get the receipts real quick. Y'all know I'm old. You know when you old, when you got to hold the phone back like this? When you could be like, hold on, y'all. Hold on for a second. Let me get it. Hold on. Okay? Just a second. All right? Okay, so there's a rapper, I believe, by the name of Cartel Beau. Okay, and Cartel Beau, I guess a couple days ago, took to his Instagram to post about his baby mother sleeping with about 20 different celebrities. Okay. We can go through the list. We got time. We good, okay? So allegedly his baby mother was supposedly had slept with Kurt Cobain cousin, the broke in and address, Yella and a Half, Pint Ran and Train on You, Compton Menace, My Doughboy Sauce, that be lying, saying he Dirk Uncle, Giovanni Davis, Eddie House III. I need my shades because I ain't never seen a dude spill this much wine before. The tables are turning. The men are gossiping more than the women. Just hold on, y'all. Hold on. We're going to get to our apology in a minute, and I'm going to tell you why we apologize. So just give us a second, okay? I'm still confused at all this, so it's really going to be a temporary apology until we get, because I asked her who the real baby mother was, but we'll talk in just a second. Okay, Eddie House III, Nike. Homie broke on like he was supposed to. Nike homeboy, you didn't know at first. Okay, Rayface, which is Bambi's ex. Yeah, Rayface, the dude that threatened to slap Malaysia. Yeah, and just recently almost got Bambi kicked off the show. Threatened to shoot Malaysia in the face, allegedly, okay? Slim Thug. Okay, Zero, Stephon Diggs. This is Texas news, by the way. I just letting you know. It's Texas. That's why I guess that's why the numbers is high. Deion Sanders Jr., Rich the Kid, Derez Deshaun. What a nasty D yellow dude. You effing raw on PORN and put the money on my books. Tamika ex-football dude for the Texas. Rayshawn Andrew Wiggins. I thought they were gonna say Ski Wiggins. I was gonna say he like, okay. Effany, my Ike brother, Carl Crawford, okay? Megan Thee Stallion's ex-boss at that record label, okay? And a few of his people ran through you. DeAndre Hopkins, half of BMF, including Southwest Tea. Bro, I can on for hours. The Birmingham Music Plug. Why he ain't got no names? Why he calling them like nicknames and stuff? And me and all these ends that been in your mouth, but you still broke and can't take care of your kids. So a dude named Cartel Bo. So my team took the post, as they should, as when things is brewing. We took it from his page. And when we Googled who the baby mother was, this baby mother came up. What's her name? Hold on. Let's get her. Jasmine is just, trying to get some receipt. This baby mother, okay? So on the page, it looks like she has a baby with him. He's with the baby, she's tagging him, but she's claiming that she's not the baby mother that he's talking about, I guess. So I asked her, well, who was the baby mother? She didn't want to tell, okay? And so for us posting her picture, and he didn't specify who it was, we do want to apologize for assuming that this was the baby mother that he was referring to, okay? She says on her page, and she goes by the name of, I am Queen Z, okay? And so these are some messages that went on between her and I. She said she was gonna drag me on TikTok. I was like, why are you dragging me, girl? We got the wine from your baby daddy page. I'm not the baby mother. And she said the same way you humiliated me is the same way I need a public apology. I said, no problem. I said, you will get a public apology tomorrow night during my show. She said, I don't want it to just be on your show briefly. Just as you posted the false information about me, the apology needs to be as loud as that one. I said, your apology will be posted everywhere. I am Queen Z. She said, okay, I will be looking forward to the public apology tomorrow on all platforms as stated. And then she goes on to follow up today at 6:07 p.m. I don't go live till 7, 8. And she says, at what time will the public apology on all platforms be announced? I'm reaching out due to not receiving the stated public apologies on all platforms. Now, mind you, this ain't no legal issue. This is just me stating, girl, I'm sorry, but your picture was the first picture that our team Googled. So who's the baby mother? Who is he talking about? Because you got this dude pinned all on your face. So in that point, we sorry. It's bold, it's loud, I'm sorry that we got you mixed up with another invisible baby mother, okay? Moving on. That was an apology, right? Yeah? Who's next? Moving on. I ain't got time for this shit. Why is your baby there? Keep your baby daddy in the house. This lady at work at Burger King went viral because I guess some of the customers had filmed her working the entire store from sunup to sundown because people quit. The owner wasn't nowhere around, so she actually opened and closed the store and served all the customers by herself while being a single mother of a few kids. I don't know how many kids she got. Do we have the story? No, I just got it. Okay. You do? All right, let's go ahead and let you guys see what she did, okay, and what happened, and what I got to say about it, okay? Because when Tasha K entered the chat, I'm going to enter the chat with some legal advice. Let's go ahead and go.
Akia Hamilton is a single mother of 3 here in Columbia. She works 12 hours plus to provide for her children, even if that means doing it all by herself at this Burger King on Broad River Road.
One of my employees just quit on me, and they ain't had nobody else to come in, so I had to work by myself, had to close by myself, had to do the dishes, do prep, do the floor, do the front counter, drive-through. Though I end up shutting down drive-through and let people come in because it's too much. Trying to run and take orders, then got to run back.
Now, I remember them days back in the day. I did this stuff when I was like in my early 20s when I worked for Burger King. I actually worked for Burger King. Oh my gosh. I worked for Burger King and Cracker Barrel at the same time. And every time I went to Burger King, I was so tired because first of all, ain't no customers in there, and that's why they don't keep a lot of people. Okay, so I get it. Now, since this story has gone viral, they have, I guess, put together some people, because seeing her story made everybody like, oh my God, like, you know, she shouldn't have to do all that. She's a single mother, and now she's having to work here. She can't get home to her kids. They ended up creating a GoFundMe for her and raising $26,000, which is good, okay? Which is good. Right? There's no hate there. But what I'm trying to understand is, you know, to my people, especially when they, you know, from low income areas, low income don't mean dumb. Low income don't mean you don't know your rights. And there are obvious multiple, what do you call the rights, the workforce labor rights violated. My thing is, if you gonna work cashier, manager, cook, all of those positions, but they're only paying you for your position, technically, in order for me to not report you to the labor board, I'm gonna need all their salaries together, because technically, like, you would be paying this person $10, this person $9, this person $15, but since you're doing all the jobs, why are you only getting your $15? But you're doing everybody's job. Now, one thing that stood out to me is, like, where is the management team or the owner? Like, as an owner, because I know they franchise these Burger Kings. That's the only way they still in business. I don't know what they're doing. They got to be money laundering, work for the cartel or something, because I'm trying to figure out how them and Arby's are still in business, okay? I haven't yet to see Burger King even renovate they locations. That's how you know they ain't got no money. They still giving out the same color, same shape Burger King hats that I got when I was a child. I'm just trying to figure out, where's the owner? Where's the franchise owner? Where's somebody? So I would quickly file a complaint with the labor board, and then I would sue them and put them out of business. Take your money, go get another job. As another restaurant manager, Chick-fil-A is always great. I love them. They always got about 39 employees on to serve 10 people. Just in case it gets busy, because you just never know when it's gonna get busy. But this shit got to stop. This shit got to stop, and black people got to know their rights. Where's Top Dog Law? They need these personal injury attorneys. Where these people at? No, come on, like, for real. No. I'll talk about my health bad. I'm having to eat Burger King all day, 3 times a day. Cholesterol high, diabetes, all types of stuff. I can't go home. These people can't keep nobody. They need to get some robots in here or something. It's time to sue that $26,000. Hell, Tesla just gave somebody $15 million, a black dude, for racial discrimination. Workforce discrimination, I'm gonna get about 20. I'm gonna put you out of bed. Matter of fact, I'm gonna sue Burger King. I'm not even gonna sue the franchise owner. I'm gonna sue the owner, the corporate Burger King. Because they shouldn't even be licensing, using their, like, letting that person who owns that franchise use their license. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. But, you know, I don't know nothing, y'all. I was in 9th grade 3 years. Moving on. Well, let me mind my business. All right. Cash Doll, right? Sometimes I don't even recognize her. Yeah, a lot of people were dragging her in this recent interview because y'all didn't recognize her either in this interview until she told y'all why y'all didn't recognize her, and it's partly because of her new boyfriend, Hilarious. Let's go.
My man do not want me to wear no makeup.
I was gonna say, because people have been saying since y'all got together, don't worry, we gonna get to him, but people have been saying since y'all got together, you've been like bare face, real hair.
Pause. The shade. Did y'all catch that shade? Y'all didn't catch it? See, y'all gotta learn to read in between the lines. Because she was just like looking at Cash Doll like, why you roll up in here like you just rolled up out of bed? I was just, you know, when somebody, like, my man don't want me to wear no makeup. I was gonna say, girl, I knew something was going on. I couldn't put my finger on it, but I'm glad you spoke on that. Now you see the shade? Now you see it? You see how she rolls up? Girl, because I'm like, why you didn't dress up for the shade room? My man told me to just go just like this. Go ahead, girl, go.
Since y'all got together, don't worry, we gonna get to him. But people have been saying since y'all got together, you've been like bare face, real hair. Is that accurate to say that since you got together, you've been embracing that more, or?
Well, I always embraced it. You know, I know, well, I'm not conceited or anything, but I do know I look good without it.
Right.
You know, I'm confident within myself, but I just know, you know, as an entertainer, that's a part of my routine. Get your hair done, get your makeup done, look all the way polished.
Yeah. So what's one thing as a girl that you feel like you always have to have done? Like I have a friend, she's like, my nails always have to be done.
Yeah.
For you, like if you're down on your last dollar, what's something you always have to, we know you're not going to be down on your last dollar because you like the cash, but if you were, what is something you'd have to have done, or like one?
I think lashes and lip gloss. Well, lip gloss. I'm going to say lip gloss because I would be lying if I said lashes and I don't do it. So at least some lip gloss, at least my toes done if I can't get my hands done.
Yes.
At least the toes, because then you can just put on some clear polish and polish on your nails and go about your day.
Right.
And for your hair, you can put it up in a ponytail or a little bun. You know, it depends on if you got enough to put up in a bun. So people have no stingy ponytail. But, a little stingy, but,
Pause. Okay, good. I don't know. I mean, I like this for Cash Doll, that she feels like she doesn't, first of all, you found a good man when you ain't got to get dressed up, okay? You know, like, you ain't got to do your hair. I mean, as long as your cat is clean, you ain't funky, and your teeth are brushed, they don't care when they love you. They don't give a damn. So I could tell, like, they look like soulmates. I really think she's found the one, okay? And I like them together a lot, all right? But I don't know, for y'all to be dragging her, I think y'all was dragging her because y'all were shocked at how she looked without makeup. That's what I'm gonna say. I didn't recognize her. And that's why partly I don't wear a lot of makeup. I may just do a little powder, you know what I'm saying? Like right here, especially if I got little bags under my eyes, I definitely do some lip gloss or some lip stain or some matte stain. I don't ever really do eyelashes because I got nice eyelashes myself. But you know what I'm saying? Sometimes I come on here with my hair combed, sometimes I don't. You know, it's just, or my nails. I haven't done my nails for a month. Like, this is the longest I've ever gone without doing my nails, you know? Like, I love it, but I'm doing that because of me, not because my husband encourages me not to. He like it when I dress up. He don't care if I don't, you know? That's just what it is. But, like, for her to kind of revolve it around a man, I just think this is the first time she's ever felt comfortable in her body and in her skin and not had to put on or be fake. Because she just simply didn't have the self-esteem at the time, and she still doesn't even sound confident in what she's saying. Like, you know, my man just, even what's her name from the Shade Room? I forgot that little girl name. I forgot her name. She was just like, I was just gonna say, I knew something was, girl, I couldn't put my finger on it, but now you look bad, child. But I mean, if your man like it, we love it. But you know, Jess Hilarious had the same thing too. Y'all drag Jess Hilarious. I thought it was a beautiful moment when she finally came out and acknowledged that she was married, and she did it with her natural hair. She had a little afro. She had no makeup on or nothing. She had just had a baby. She looked great, and she said, this is the first time where I ever felt comfortable going out looking like myself, and my man encouraged me to do so, and so I didn't have to put on. And I thought that was beautiful. I'm like, Jess, like, you're a black woman. You ain't got to be up there trying to compete with Lauren LaRosa. Lauren LaRosa has to dress up. When your head is bigger than your body. Lauren LaRosa head bigger than her body. So in order to draw attention from that, she has to dress up here. And it's sort of like how Monica used to, remember how Monica hair and stuff will always be laid, but then when you look at her outfits and her body, you like, why her body don't match her head? Because her head was big. Not that she got a bad body, it was just disproportionate, you know? And so, but for Jess Hilarious to pop out looking like a blowfish yesterday on the Breakfast Club, I thought it was salt retention and water retention, but come to find out, y'all trying to figure out like why she got her lips done like that, why the Botox, y'all are dragging her. And this is not, hold on for a second, is this a source? It is. Let me, hold on, don't, I'm just putting my ringer on, they got to text me. Okay, so, all I'm saying is, we didn't recognize who she was. She looked like Lauren LaRosa. It looked like two Lauren LaRosas sitting on the Breakfast Club. Because she's probably trying to compete with her because Lauren LaRosa has to dress up. She got 5 minutes to make an appearance. But this looks bad. Apparently, some esthetician named Gray Aesthetic, she was in my comments, did the work, and she was like, that's not how it really look. I got the real pictures on my page, and I'm like, no, this is how it really looks. She looks swole. I don't care if they was done for free. Undo them. But it's funny how they'll go, oh, I'm natural, and then they right back to poking and sucking and sticking and everything else they got to do in order to try to feel. I ain't never even knew Jess Hilarious had this much forehead. The forehead is even big now. Was her forehead ever this big? No. Do you see? So much she gonna fuck around, you gonna look like Joan Rivers out here, because what happens, the whole face swells. And see, women don't tell you this, right? When you start doing fillers or Botox in your face, the one thing that I don't understand why they don't tell y'all is when it's sort of like you gaining weight in your face, right? Because when they put the fillers, they put whatever it is they put in there to make it look more plump, when it dissolves, what happens, like when you got fat in your face and then you lose weight, what happens to your face? It droops, right? Because you're stretching the skin. Like she's making her forehead tighter, her cheeks tighter, her lips tighter. So when she's not getting them anymore, she's gonna look old and aged because the skin is stretching too early. She's not even close to 40 yet. I don't know why black women feel like they need to be messing with their face, and you're gonna have to mess with it forever. Angela Bassett would never. I have never had not one poke, not one stick, and every time I go into the spa, they're like, we could just do a little here, and I know you can't. I know you can't. These are natural bags of stress, tired, lack of sleep. They fine. It ain't nothing a little powder can't take care of. I don't know. No. They had me looking up. But y'all got to remember that. Jess, listen. No, baby. No, revert back. And to the spa that did it, too much. Shouldn't have did it at all. Because I'm like, how they make your forehead bigger? I never knew she had a Rihanna-sized forehead. Because it's got to stretch. You're gaining weight. Black women, just love yourselves, please. I do. Fupa and all, y'all, okay? Everything. Look, some days I got a Coke bottle shape, some days I got a straight down. Some days I got, you know what I'm saying? Just some days my thighs look toned, some days they don't. Some days my fupa flat, some days it ain't. Some days my titties is boost, some days they sagging. Who cares? Who cares? Real men, real heterosexual men, don't give a damn. I swear to God, I thought this was Lauren LaRosa's sister right here. I said, what? Lauren LaRosa got to do all this. She got to be noticed. What is her real talent? And I'm not being shady. The girl not talented. I had to see that for myself with that podcast. I think she canceled that shit. She's still doing it? How many views she getting, 100? Let me look and see if Lauren LaRosa has moved up in views. Because I just don't like the way people were dragging Jess Hilarious and her discipline and you know, talent to some. I don't find her funny, but the hard work is there, okay? And so everybody was like, Lauren. And then she got on live by herself and it was like, I don't see nobody sharing nothing. Oh, and Lauren, we know that you're taking our topics and repeating them on The Breakfast Club. All of my viewers have already said it. You should use The Breakfast Club's name to call up the celebrities that you guys have so-called relationships with, or maybe you don't. That's why you're having to interview streamers now. To get the real source. Because I was tired, child. I was tired. I'm going to drag you and the wig off your head, seriously. Let me look. The latest, we giving her some views now. The latest with Lauren LaRosa. She got to be putting some Google ads on these. I'm just being petty right now. I ain't got shit to do. But sit up and just parlay with y'all. Hold on for a second. So she ain't shot nothing. Hold on. She putting up little news clips she did for CNN. Okay, she hasn't done a podcast in a month, Jasmine. Where's the podcast? Hold on, I'm looking right now. No, there's no podcast. Advertise what? She probably ain't posting them to YouTube because she know we looking at them stats. Because YouTube is global. There's no platform bigger than YouTube right now. Moving on, y'all. After the break, we got, Stefan Diggs is for Tasha K Live. Shannon Sharpe. It was the S's that was getting me mixed up. So we got Shannon Sharpe. We also have, hold on, let me make sure, Tracy Ellis Ross and her panties have made. We definitely have made the lineup. We're definitely going to be talking about Megan Thee Stallion again. Okay, Operation Too Damn Much, Too Soon, Too Early. Okay, and much, much more. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll be right back after the break. We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass to. Let's go.
Let's talk about student loan discharges in bankruptcy. Most people will tell you it's impossible. Even bankruptcy attorneys will tell you that. But guess what? We just got 2 discharged a few weeks ago, and we're going to get a lot more. So if you're struggling with your student loans, you may be able to discharge those through bankruptcy. So you should just give me a call, and let's figure it out.
Get up, boy, get up and go and find yourself a job.
Mr. Taylor, the position that you're applying for has already been taken.
What?
Security.
Man, don't be touching on me. Let me go, man.
We gotta open up a comedy club, bro.
How we gonna open up a comedy club if we don't have any money, man?
Brother, I am a pimp, okay? You ever see these clothes? This is all pimping. I got chicks everywhere, okay? That's what pimping do.
You have my money?
Technically, I don't have your money, but imaginatively, it's coming.
If I don't see my money in 2 weeks, I'm gonna shoot you.
I really don't know what's going on because you talking about shooting me and I didn't even ask to borrow your money.
How may I help you, sir?
You forgot to put sugar in my tea.
Look, I mean, it feeling like I'm getting emotionally choked up because I'm a man, I ain't supposed to be crying, but...
Listen, do you want the job or not?
I want the job.
I mean, I can go to the next room. I do this all day. I don't get any pleasure from this.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you get pleasure from doing it. I'm just...
Pull your drawers down.
Pull my drawers down? What are you talking about, man?
Hey, Brokey. Don't you forget, rent is due on the 1st of the month. Sitting around here doing nothing. Ain't got no money, no nothing.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
All right, and we are back. Don't forget, guys, we're heading over to TashaKLive.com right after this, as always, okay? And we got a lot of wine we're going to be spilling. All right, so let's get into Tracy Ellis Ross, okay? I just feel like, okay, so here's why she's doing it. Why is Tracy Ellis and her panties going viral? I don't know. But I do know that she has a new show, and the show explores women being single or single and dating, but not anything exclusive, women who don't have kids, going on trips solo. Okay, and that is the new thing. Like, I get to travel where I want. I don't have any restrictions or nothing to, to hold me back, and it's just me doing me, okay? And so she's vlogging as well as showing you what it's like to be able to go to the movies by yourself or visit a country by yourself. I just, that's the new thing. I get it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bring up something in a minute, too, regarding Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Put y'all in on some exclusive information that's going down behind the scenes with Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, our favorite bull dagger on this show. Jasmine, she gayer than you. Wow. She is. Mm-hmm. Jasmine still think man cute. She was like, oh. Anyway. Jasmine like, bitch. You gonna get me stole by the LGBTQ? I'm just playing. I love my jazz, but listen. So Tracy Ellis Ross decides to, I guess, let us know that when she goes on trips, she only takes 2 pair of panties. Now, although I can relate, I just don't understand why our panties are making headlines, okay? And so here's a video that we just recently posted on social media of her washing the 2 pair of panties in the sink in the hotel room or the Airbnb that she's staying in, that you brush your teeth in, because somebody else gonna come check in, on camera, in a muumuu, and she's single. Here we go. Viewer discretion advised.
Hello. So I've been away for quite a while. I don't know, it's been like 2 weeks. And I have a couple of delicates that, you know, how much underwear can you bring on a trip? You know what I mean? So it's a hand washing day in Paris. Hand washing in Paris. And I'm gonna show you some of my hacks. So I did shower gel in the sink, and I alternate sinks because there's 2 sinks. So I do, first sink, I fill it like a washing machine, and I get in there, then I fill up the other sink with cold water, and one by one, I use a bar of soap, and I wash each pair of underwear in each bra, old school style. Then I put it in the cold water sink, and I let it rinse, and I let it sit for a bit. I let it sit for a bit on this one too, before I do each pair. And then I take it out of the rinse into this sink, also filled with cold water, and I rinse it under the cold water while it's filling up. Then I let that soak for a bit, and then I do what I'm doing now, which is wring them out, and then comes next. Stand by. Hi. Okay, so I'm on the floor, and
no.
I lay them all out on a clean towel. Should not be showing you my privates, but, well, it's not my privates, but my undies. I organize them onto a towel. And then I'm gonna roll the towel. Stand on the towel, dry them, and then hang them over the towel rack. And in this fancy hotel, the towel rack is heated, so it's going to dry quickly.
Did she just scratch her ass? Interesting. Now, no shade to Diana Ross, okay? Maybe her mother just didn't. I was told and taught, and I do this, because I'm the type, the only thing I hand wash is my bras, and I do that in the shower and hang them over the shower rod. Boom, there you go, okay? Panties, once they're worn, you know, when you get to a certain age and, you know, you just throw them away. Like, especially if you're on vacation and you've been out sweating all day. Like, who just wants to... H&M got the panties right there in the bin when you go check out. Hell, CVS sell panties. And so, like, you know, for her to be making a whole vlog on cleaning black pants, and here's the thing too, you know, back in the day when I was younger, yes, we were told do black underwear. I always do black bras, do all types of underwear, because in case something happened to you, you know, when they got to cut your underwear off of you, you know what I'm saying, you don't want them to be able to see nothing, you know. And so on your panties, that's when they're gonna know how clean you really are. And so I don't know, she didn't have to say that she was washing them in the sink, and now when y'all go to hotels, you're gonna be skeptical about using the sinks and shit, and there's she could have asked for an ice bucket. I'm just playing. My thing is, like, is money that tight? Throw them away, get some new ones, like, and the whole reason people wear black panties anyway is because they're trying to conceal dirt. and shit like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. This was just, is this where we're going now? We ain't got no content. The panties is the content. And I was told spiritually, you don't let nobody see your panties. You don't let nobody see your drawers. You don't do that. That's something you keep sacred because it's a spiritual thing. Like, just know. A lot of women around here barren because they letting people see their panties and stuff like that. Not knowing people that I done heard. My grandma them told me they put root work on your cooch. But I just didn't want to, I don't know, the branding. That's why I was on I was like, why is she? She could have did that in the shower. Moving on. You got some air freshener? 50 Cent is getting real petty. Now, we did reach out to his baby mother here. Just what's her name again? I forgot. We just only know her as 50 Cent baby number. Shaniqua, okay? She's 50 Cent's first baby mama. Apparently, she got on the internet. And this was around the time when he was dragging Diddy and all his mess. And she got on the internet and dragged him when his baby mother got on the stand to say that Diddy, who was currently paying her rent and paying for the legal fees as she was testifying against Diddy for trafficking her, you know, she was clowning 50 Cent for that. She was just like, look at your baby mother up over there. How you... Ain't nobody never trafficked me. I ain't never sold none. And it kind of made him look bad. I just don't understand, like, how you get on the internet and drag everybody, but when somebody come drag you, you want to get to suing. You want to get to telling. Now, he's decided to hit back. His feelings is hurt. And sue his baby mother for $1 million. I think it's actually 1.5 if I'm not mistaken. And over this interview that she did here.
Just clicking, you know, he's a sex symbol in a sense because he's in great shape. Why wouldn't you want to be with somebody at that point in his career?
Because he was abusive. Well, he still is abusive. I'm just not in his presence, but he's abusive. Emotionally, physically, he's abusive. And the last straw for me was he hit me in front of my daughter. And I said, as a mother, if I allowed her to see him hit me and stay with him, what example am I setting for my daughter? And that's when that was it for me. It was that and another incident with Marquise. So it was two incidents, but it was kind of close. And there was another incident with Marquise, Yale and Banks used to have an apartment they used to share in Manhattan, and I went to pick 50 up from there. So Marquise told me that I guess like he had a girl there, like a girl that he just told me something. So him and I got to argument. He beat the mess out of me, and then told Marquise, "See, it's your fault. I had to whoop your mother's ass." So those were two incidents for me. That I said, no, it's time to go.
So the abuse was there. Okay. About what year was that? You remember?
I left him in about maybe 2007, 2008, around that year, around the time.
So basically, it was from you to Sierra, then to the most recent.
He definitely had different holes in different areas. Because let's say if Marquise was with him, he had a different woman with him. But like that's not none of my business. But Sierra was like his main girlfriend at the time, which Marquise like really, really liked him. Like he always said. And by the way, it's so crazy. Marquise always expressed how much he liked Sierra. But when he met Daphne, I never forget, we were visiting in New York, and his dad and Daphne was staying at his grandparents' house, and I was staying at my grandmother's house. Mm-hmm. So, he took Marquise over to his grandparents' house, whatever, little visit or whatever, and Marquise came back, and he looked at me and he said, "Mommy, she's not for my father." And I said, "Well, why don't you tell you that? Tell him that he's not." He's like, "She's just." I said, "Well, is she nice to you, or did she disrespect me?" He's like, "She didn't do anything to me." She said, "She's just not for my father."
And that's what's so crazy. Like, he didn't like her from the jump. But like I said, with adored Seattle that didn't like her.
Interesting. Now, normally he would sue for defamation. He's known for that. But in this case, this is a life rights lawsuit. So basically, he claims, according to his filing, that she violated the contract that they had. He apparently paid Shanika, his baby mother, $80,000 for her life rights, which means any stories related to her and him, anything, her name, usage. So this lawsuit that he's filing, asking for $1 million because she came out and did that interview that described him as Diddy's best friend. We understand why they don't like each other. They got the same taste in women, got the same mannerisms, same actions according to her. You know what I'm saying? Very emotional. They love to flash themselves and, be flashy also across social media. So apparently he's not suing her for defamation. He's suing her for violating the agreement. She's not supposed to talk about her life and his life because he paid her $80,000 and now he wants $1 million. So she did this interview, which makes me believe that what she's saying is true if you're suing her for telling the story because you own it. Just like he owned them ass whoopings that he allegedly gave her. I don't know. But Daphne said the same thing too. And I think that's why he chilled out on Puffy a little bit, because he was supposed to be filming a documentary. I don't know if the documentary came out. Ask the Winos, did that documentary come out? Winos. Did that documentary that he claimed that he was doing come out? Because I think the reason he stopped filming it is because he probably saw himself a little bit. Not the gay stuff, I don't know. Emotional men, they could give that, Men with mother problems, I don't know, okay? All I'm saying is just mighty funny how you're not calling her a liar. And she's saying the same thing that your other baby mama said. And she's also saying, the other baby mama said that but y'all gonna continue to praise him. That's cool. He's your hero. Y'all always saying, oh, he petty, he Sue, he this, he that. And it's like, what is this really? Gives me very flamboyant energy, in my opinion. Everything's alleged. Even my name's alleged. It's just not attractive to me. I'm saying. We stand with Shaniqua. She's beautiful, too. Mm-hmm. Moving on. Dr. Bryant. My favorite bulldagger. So let me let y'all land on a little wine, okay? So behind the scenes, I'm just doing this to be petty. I ain't even gotta tell y'all, but let me tell you. I ain't got shit else to talk about, so let's talk about it before we get to the Shannon Sharpe. Shoot. So, y'all remember my last show that I did on Dr. Bryant? And this was with her sitting down with that basketball player in the pajamas, and she was talking about dating a man for 5 years on and off. Do you have that video? We did it on Tasha K Live, and so, okay, we did this story on Tasha K Live. Well, it don't matter. I just kind of wanted to publicly respond because I didn't never give her a response, but I'm going to give it to her now, okay? So I'm just responding publicly to some behind-the-scenes information that's been going on and letting y'all know what's going on because I ain't got nothing to hide, you know what I'm saying? So here's the thing. So, I've been out here dragging her, rightfully so, because I feel like she's just fake as fuck. Okay? And a lot of people tend to follow these so-called relationship gurus because it's kind of like they do like gotcha moments, like good quotes that you send somebody in the morning. And it's like, oh my God, that's real right there. That's, you doing that. You know what I'm talking about? Like, and they don't live by it. They have no prior experience to speak on like anything that they've never done before. She's never done a long-term relationship. She's done a 5 years on and off with a guy that's 9 years younger than her, who she claims is emotionally unstable, and that's the reason why they're not together now, is because he's emotionally unstable, but yet they've been sleeping together and he wants to marry her. She's been engaged 5 times, has said no each and every time. She's gonna have a baby this year, but nobody's on deck for her to marry. And she got a little upset when I pointed out that, you know, she's gay and gay by default, in my opinion, because don't no man want her. She's too masculine, right? Not only is she too masculine, she's, you know, she likes to be in control. She likes to run everything, like she's running her fucking mouth all across the internet, telling all sorts of things and lies that make y'all just go, oh, girl, you know, she got it. Oh, my God, yes. And so after my last video, her team hits me and hits my agency asking to debate me. Yeah, they were all in the comments. They was in the DM. Then I got an email. Then I got a call from my agency the next day saying, hey, they want you to come on and Dr. Cheyenne Bryant wants to debate you. For what? Like, now a lot of people would be like, you know what? Tasha, she would probably eat your ass alive. She probably would. I ain't gonna lie. I would lose that debate. You know why? Because she's catering and pandering to a group of women who are having current relationship issues. Like 60% of my audience. So of course I would look like, oh, you're attacking her. Oh, she hasn't said anything about you. Here you go. You know what I'm saying? Dragging another black woman. She hasn't done anything. I know she ain't done nothing, but you still get cussed out for being out here lying to people. This woman don't like men. That's why she preaching against them when it come to y'all. Y'all got the... So here's my thing. I respectfully said no, and here's why I said no. It's because she would win. I'm considered what they call as lucky. Okay, I have a husband, I have the boy and the girl, I have the 2 kids, the white picket fix and Jasmine dog, okay? Because I don't have a dog, right? And, you know, I don't relate to current relationship issues that are going on. But what I do relate to and why I feel like it's necessary to drag her is because she doesn't preach that black men and black women need each other. It's always an exchange. It's always what I need you to do instead of working together. And I'm glad that Paul Pierce dragged her, like called her out on his show, got her to stuttering. And then when I parlayed behind and tried to tell y'all, listen, it's not the message is not lining up with the person who's living it. Everything that I preach from experience. I preach relationships. I preach family. I preach that black women don't have to be out here alone doing everything by themselves. There are men that will help you to do it. If you just, that's a whole nother conversation. I feel like, you know, and I wish my grandmother was here and my auntie was here, but I feel like a lot of women misuse their power and their true gift of being a woman. And a lot of times they wound up in situations that are just disrespectful and degrading and just with the wrong people. It's sort of like, you know, if you got bad girlfriends in your circle, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have a bad guy in your circle. You're going to be sleeping with one. And you have to look at your friends. You got to look at the dynamic. Like, are your friends family focused? Are your, you know what I'm saying, are your colleagues, you know, family focused and things like that? And I just feel like people like her have no business speaking on relationships when they have not been in one to even comment on one. And being married 19 years as I have, it's not easy being married for that long. it's easier to just run and say, oh, he's got emotional issues that he needs to work through first before he come over here with that with me, but he could still get my pussy in the meantime till he fix it. Like, what? I had to do a whole show on relationships because I just feel like, personally, women, black women especially, need men, black men. You thinking you can do it out here by yourself? Nobody wants to do that. It's like we're doing it by default. And for her, she just defaulting going to women so she can control them. She can't control no man. That's why ain't nobody settled down with her ass. But she gonna have a baby this year. With who? I don't know. How are my winos? So I just, Dr. Cheyenne, I get it. Like, I'm throwing in the white towel. You would win. Because 90% of the people that follow you think like you. And I'm an anomaly. Like, that's back in the day. Things like that don't happen now. And I have a girlfriend now that's getting married. I have actually 2 girlfriends that are getting married. A couple sister-in-laws that just got married. Sister just now getting married. Like, so what she's preaching and what is just very toxic to the black community, and I just hate it. I can't stand it. Like, you run, you try to control, you try to diagnose instead of trying to work through it with someone, working and loving them through their imperfections. You just want perfection. So you got the dick, I'm gonna take the dick, but we ain't gonna get married until you emotionally centered. So why even sleep with them? Why even share your body? If that's what you're doing. But I'll probably only consider coming on the show if you admit to being sexually involved with a woman. You may not have been in a relationship with one, and that's when they try to toe the line to be like, oh, I ain't in a relationship with a woman, but I may have kissed the girl or ate some. That don't make me get no. Moving on. Sorry, I just had to be a little petty. Megan! Y'all, listen, I promise you I'm not dragging her this time. I promise you. I want to talk to her. She has a really nice guy in her life. His name is Klay Thompson. I feel like he's a little soft, a little wet behind the ears. I've never seen Klay Thompson out in this light with women sitting on his lap with thongs on and him clapping ass. He doesn't give that. Like, he's a fishing guy. He's a very behind the scenes guy. He's a country guy. He's not very flashy and flamboyant. And, she recently went live the other day. Do you have that video? Opening up, fur babies that he bought her. These little ugly fur babies that they put on, like, Kelly, I guess, Birkin bags and shit. I don't know. I've seen a lot of girls with them stapled to their Birkin bags. I'm like, what the fuck is that? Why do you have a fucking, I don't know. But anyway, don't worry about putting that video up. And so, she's came out public and they are officially together. They were at her gala the other night, trying to raise money for inner city kids. We'll see if the money gets there. But here's the thing. They caught him backstage. And I just happened to notice, and this is after she came out to say that her man bought her some baby dolls, some teddy bears. That she, especially only dating him a short time, it ain't because she was just with the other basketball player. Now she with this one, and she claims that this is the nicest man that she's ever met. And so, with that being said, this is what she goes out and buys for Klay Thompson.
Evening is just begun too. It's just a little past 8. Oh boy, we got a night ahead of us.
So this play, this one thing right there, fire.
That's a good watch too. Thank you, brother. Sheesh. Megan got to give to me this.
Word?
Yeah. What a sweet lady.
Sweet lady. So he said Megan bought him a $300,000 Rolex. They've only been dating for a couple months, and he says, "Yeah, Megan brought me this." It's a sweet lady. $300,000 watch? You just say that's a sweet lady? Like that's an old lady that you just helped with her groceries and she tipped you? Oh my God, like. Meanwhile, he got her fur babies. Them little teddy bears. So teddy bears, and she gets him a $300,000 watch. I hope the watch is real. It didn't look like it was giving $300K. It looked a little dull. It wasn't shining. The sterling silver looked a little... Megan... Megan! Baby, you don't buy... You don't do it. You buy dudes watches and you don't buy them shoes. Two things you don't buy them. Watches and shoes. One, the shoes, they're gonna walk right out your life. That's what my grandmama said. That's what my mama said. I ain't never bought a second pair. Time is up. I just feel like she's doing a little much for him because he is green. He is wet behind the ears. He don't know a hoggle when he sees one. And I know what it's like to have a really nice guy like that, but I feel like she did not have to spend $300,000 of money that she doesn't have because she's not selling records, she's not on tour, tequila's barely selling. She probably gonna use that foundation money, in my opinion, to pay for it. Was the dick worth $300,000? I feel like she just got played. He didn't even say my lady. He was like, yeah, he didn't even say my girl bought it. He didn't even say, oh my God, thank you, babe. Like, he was like, Megan bought this. That's a sweet little, it's a sweet, what'd he say? Sweet lady. Not my lady, that's a sweet lady. And meanwhile, he liked fishing rods. He loved to fish. She could have bought him a custom-made fishing rod. He would have loved it. Just as you ain't gotta buy men stuff like this. You're not in the relationship, Megan. Real men don't want nothing but you naked and ass up and a hot meal. They want you to buy a T-bone seasoned. Moving on. After the break, Shannon Sharpe, man, he done made a white America has won again, okay? He is settled with Gabby, and we're gonna talk about it, okay? We got some sponsors we need to brag about, which means boldly raise a glass, so we'll be right back after the break. Let's go.
I'm not a TV bitch. I'm a bitch that's on TV. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not one of these TV bitches. Bitches like, no, bitch, I will rag you off camera. I don't even want the TV moment. I really want you to know what time I'm on. Because if I don't get I'm sorry, I'm going to stomp it out. What the fuck, camera? They almost took me down. They was too heavy.
Let's say you're in a relationship with a really great girl, and lo and behold, you've been lying to her the entire time. Not only do you have another woman on the side, that woman is your wife. You're married. So let's say you did all that. My question is, why?
Men can't be trusted. The only way I'd believe a man is if I knew what he was thinking. Because they'll tell you anything to get what they want.
Yo, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, especially you lovely ladies.
Those mofos have silver tongues.
She may be a suck-ass teacher, but Miss King is off the hook. If I was a little bit older and she was a lot younger, we could do it up maternal style.
Richard.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.tashaklive.com.
And we're back, okay? So I was told that we're having some sound issues on YouTube, but we've checked Twitch and we've checked Facebook and they're fine. So it's got to be a YouTube output. If you're having sound issues, just hop out and come right back in. There's nothing we can do if it's a YouTube output. So Facebook is fine. There's no sound issues and neither is Twitch. So, you know, I don't know what else to tell you, okay? So here we go. Or you can come back and watch the playback, all right? So I apologize about the inconvenience, but, you know, our hands are tied in this, okay? So And then I went to actually rewind it, like, you know, where they were saying the sound was coming out, and it's smooth. So it may just be a processing issue. So that's the thing, too. All right, so Shannon Sharpe! Yeah, Shannon, so what's going on, Shannon? Shannon! So Gabby today got paid. Gabby got a lot of money. So Gabby, so this white girl here sued just straight out of high school, literally just graduated through her hat, hasn't even entered college yet. She entered OnlyFans to allegedly pay for college, okay? But then Uncle Shannon came along. No education needed no more, okay? And so she got involved with Shannon. It was a little role play, and apparently there was an RAPE that took place, and she told him, listen, no. And then when he didn't listen, she said no again, according to her. And that lawsuit, it was very, very, very brutal. What I read, I was like, oh my gosh, Shannon, you? And I'm sitting there trying to tell you no, and you talking about death? Yes, get it? And spitting up, no. And so apparently he didn't put on a condom and went in her after she said no. And not wearing a condom is just as equal as a girl saying no. That is RAPE according to criminal law, okay? And so she decided to sue him, but she hit him up behind the scenes with Tony Busby. Shout out to Tony Busby. He brought all Deshaun Watson victims' settlements, about 22 of them. Okay, and he still has his job. And so he launched against Jay-Z, lost that one somehow. But, you know, with this one here, Tony Busby hit Shannon Sharpe up behind the scenes with this lawsuit, had asked him to settle. Shannon Sharpe had offered $10 million. She said no. Tony Busby said, all right, bitch, are you crazy? Tony Busby said, bitch, are you crazy? $10 million? What are we doing? And she says, no, I want 50. So then he was like, you know what? Go public with it, Gabby. Go public with it. So she goes public with it. He loses the job at ESPN. He loses all his sponsors. This is a young white girl. Come on now. If it was a black girl, they wouldn't give a damn. But it's a young white girl. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? And then you're talking about, oh, it was consensual and all this stuff. Like, of course it is. Now, after offering her $10 million, she turned him down. She sued him for $50. He lost everything. It's on YouTube now. I have to cancel everything. His tour, all of that. He has since, because we had gotten news the other day that she didn't or her lawyers show up in court. He showed up in court, so that was a PR rollout to make it seem like, you know, she was abandoning the lawsuit to kind of help him get his job back. According to Tony Busby today, he brought home another victory, okay? I told you he brought home all of Deshaun Watson victims' settlements, and they were all mostly black. They were black women that Tony Busby was representing and got them all paid from Deshaun, okay? So according to Tony Busby, let me go ahead and get this statement. Jasmine, I got my little statement. Hold on for a second. He says that they have reached a settlement. Everything is consensual. And the lawsuit has since been settled. And so I'm sure after her having to pay lawyers and asking for $10 million up front, and then her saying no, and then taking it to court, and you know, him trying to settle it behind the scenes, I'm sure she got a cool 20. I don't know where he gonna get that money from. I know she's probably getting a lump sum and payments over time, hoping that he's gonna get his job back and his tour back. But the morality behind Shannon Sharpe has just decreased. Because she's a child. I don't think he gets that. I think he gets, yes, I get to sleep with who I want to sleep with, true, but is it morally right? Is it morally right? And I think the morale behind Shannon Sharpe has drastically decreased, and that's why we're not really hearing anything about him lately, because people are just not fucking with it no more. They're just not doing it no more. And so, in addition to Gabby getting paid close to 20, Hollywood, his ex-stylist, apparently got paid too. Yeah, to be quiet. And so he posted pictures to his story today, and we were told by sources that he, Shannon slid him a little bit to not talk to the blogs about their relationship, and he's counting money. This is a Hollywood_Mugler, okay? Who's next? And then we got when that check hits, Hollywood_Mugler. Who else? And then he says, my new homie girl went in, and because apparently he paid out a lot of people to stop talking about him so he can go back to work, and I don't think they're gonna let Shannon come back to work. That's the crazy part about it. If I was him, I just would have went independent completely and just let it be known, because you're not gonna make this money back thinking that you're gonna get your contract back. It's just not gonna happen. The morale is done. And it's a shame. Like I said, this black man ain't got no business being on my screen being single and grown. Why? You want to go after damn near fresh children. Fresh children. And now her, as a white girl, the white, what they say, city whites is up. City whites is up 1,000 points. Money should be left for his children. When he dead and gone, not Gabby get it. I ain't mad at her though, for real. I ain't mad at her. Get your money, Gabby. They want to be stupid, give it to them. Give it to her. All right, guys. We're about to head over to TashaKLive.com, but before I go, I got something I need to share with y'all real quick. So I got this awesome ass email in the other day, and I just had to share it with y'all. Give me a second. This wine is really whining. You could tell I ain't had nothing to drink in a minute. Can you tell, Jasmine? Really? And my body tired too. I was in the pool yesterday for 4 hours. Like, that's a long time, especially actually swimming. And so, our pool in our neighborhood, it's like, they got a bar out there and everything. It's nice. Everybody was just in the pool. Baby was in the pool. You know what I'm saying? We probably went in close to 10 o'clock at night. It was just lit. And now me and my shoulders hurt from all the swimming. You know how you get sore the next day because you don't feel the workout until you're out, and then you got alcohol on top of that. It's a lot going on, okay? And so I got an email from one of your fellow winos that she wanted me to share with y'all, okay? And her name is Cynthia, okay? And she goes, hi, Tasha. I just wanted to apologize for my late response. I've been going through life as we all know it. Well, here's my experience, okay? Because everybody's asking. Concerning the vitamin D3 drops, please share, okay? She said, I'm a person who gets her yearly blood work panel, but never fully focused on the issue of being vitamin deficient for years, because a lot of people don't, ask for these specific tests and stuff like that. She goes, I'm in my mid-50s and I neglected to get a full, complete blood panel that included everything, but to my lack of knowledge and understanding that I needed to request certain panels upon request. You do have to request that. So I finally scheduled and requested a full panel of blood work. My results came back shocking on being vitamin D deficient, and my doctor also stated that I have a touch of arthritis, okay? According to Gary Brecker and the National Institute of Health. When you got aches and pains and joint pains and feet pains and leg pains and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10, it's due to you being vitamin D3 deficient, okay? Now, she says, my results came back shocking on being vitamin D deficient, and my doctor also stated that I have a touch of arthritis. I was like, a small touch of arthritis? I was like, seriously? As I was thinking I was doing the right thing by getting my daily 20 minutes of sun would help. Okay, so my doctor at the time prescribed me a prescription of blue vitamin D pills with no refills. And I was like, I think I need another doctor or to try something different. I was feeling sluggish, bones were aching every morning when I got out of bed. I assumed that it was my mattress or the weather changing. So I decided to purchase a very expensive mattress just to try and see if it would rectify my issues. But over time, I was still having aches and pains. One day I was watching one of your lives and you promoted your supplements on how you take yours on a daily basis. I was like, if it works for Tasha, I will definitely give these products a try. So I purchased the vitamin D3 drops, sea moss drops, mushroom extract complex. This is her whole email, okay? And the energy strips as well as the whitening toothpaste. And I'm so mad about the whitening toothpaste, why that company is not working with influencers anymore. I'm really irritated about that because people are like, where's the toothpaste? And I'm trying to get it back, okay? She goes, I gave myself a month on all of these, and on God is my witness. After a month of using all these products consistently, I scheduled another complete panel of blood work. My aches and pains have decreased tremendously. My aches and pains are almost gone. I have more energy than I've ever had, and I have included my past results and my current results on my vitamin D3 panel. It speaks for itself. Okay, so we have a picture of the results though, but I can post it to my page or whatever. She goes, I just received my soursop drops in the mail, so I can't wait to begin them. I just wanted to say, Tasha, keep doing what you're doing. I pray that I can get a chance to see you in action at one of your upcoming shows. When you're on when you go on your tour next year, love you. You are a blessing to so many people. I really appreciate you for the wisdom and knowledge that you possess and holding it down with being a wife and mother all in one. I'm giving you your flowers, love. I just wanted to say thank you for being a queen, and you have changed my life in more ways than one. And then she sent me a before and after of her vitamin D3, and just vitamin, panels and blood work. And I love stories like that. And so I encourage y'all, please leave reviews on the site, because like I said, these are companies products that I use and what they're doing for y'all, okay? And so I just had to share that, and don't forget, guys, this bottle's almost gone. The whole team is using this one, okay? This like halfway gone, but it's 10,000 IUs of pure vitamin D made in the UK, so it's high quality. And I love it, and it can really quickly get your vitamin D3 levels up. Don't forget, guys, we have the CMOS drops, 10,000 milligrams as well. We love a good 10,000. That's why we have the 10,000 IUs of D3, 10,000 milligrams of Iris CMOS. 98% of the vitamins and minerals that your body needs also has D3 in it, along with CMOS, spirulina, zinc, burdock root, and vitamin C, okay? We have this in mango as well as pineapple. Don't forget, guys, we have also the soursop drops, along with sea moss and black seed oil, okay? I know a lot of the island people love their soursop. A lot of the old people, this is what they say helps to contribute to their, longevity and things like that. And so I think I got some notes on the soursop that I had pulled from the National Institute of Health. It says that the soursop extracts may exhibit anti-cancer activity, particularly against cancer cells like those of breast cancer and cervical cancer, and research has explored its potential to induce programmed cell death, okay? Because you know what happens, like, a lot of cells that don't die, that's supposed to die, they end up turning to cancer. And then the cancer turns in, and it spreads and stuff like that. And so this is what soursop does. In cancer cells, and inhibit their, expanding. And then some research has also investigated the use of fungi found in soursop leaves as a potential anti-cancer agent. And then last but not least, everybody got to have nature's own antibiotic, which is the oil of oregano, a hot seller on our site. If you're sick, coming down with something, the oil of oregano as well as the olive leaf extract are two that you want, especially if you've been in contact with toxins, heavy metals, and things like that. I don't know if y'all remember, I used to do this all the time. Remember? During my show, and y'all be like, Tasha, what's wrong with you? First of all, the wines that I was drinking, I wasn't eating as healthy and stuff like that. Now that I have this in, mucus is gone, done, especially with the CMOS drops as well. And so the National Institute of Health studies have explored potential in various areas, including impact on inflammation, wound healing, and even HIV inhibition and stuff like that. And so when it comes to the oil of oregano, and don't forget the mushroom extract, we have it in the powder, as well as the capsules and the gummies. I take these twice a week. I just got me a new bottle in. I should have had it over here to take energy, mood, HPV inhibition, HIV inhibition, according to the National Institute of Health and things like that, okay? And so head on over to shoptkdeals.com, use the coupon code TK10 to get 10% off your first order. And if you do order all of the gummies, because we got gummies for pretty much your entire body, which is mushroom, we have cartilage gummies, joint gummies, muscle gummies, total hair, skin, and nail gummies, all of that, you can bundle those and get 20% off your first order. So take advantage of these discounts that I get for promoting them to y'all, okay? And so I love you guys. Now we're about to head over to TashaKLive.com. Don't forget, if you want to see the second part of the show, you do have to subscribe to TashaKLive.com. Use the website. And yeah. Don't forget, guys, we got a tip line, okay? It's been blowing up since we rolled it out, okay? So our tip line for anonymous wino tips is 323-405-WINO. 323-405-WINO. If you want to advertise, please feel free to hit us at unwinewithtashak@gmail.com. I love you guys. If you're not coming over to TashaKLive.com, don't forget, we'll be back Monday for our show. And just in case you guys were wondering what I was drinking, I'm drinking a Reservado Dolce Tinto, made in Chile, lightly sweet, you can make sangrias out of this. It's so good, okay? And you can Google this and get your wine, get this wine at any Publix or Total Wine or anywhere near, okay? I love you guys, and I'll see you Monday. But for those that are coming to TashaKLive.com, I'll see you shortly, all right? Now we gotta go. Bye.
Get up, boy, get up and go and find yourself a job.
Mr. Taylor, the position that you're applying for has already been taken.
What? Security. Man, don't be touching on me. Let me go, man.
We gotta open up a comedy club, bro.
How we gonna open up a comedy club if we don't have any money, man?
Brother, I am a pimp, okay? You ever see these clothes? This is all pimping. I got chicks everywhere, okay? That's what pimping do.
You have my money?
Technically, I don't have your money, but imaginatively, it's coming.
If I don't see my money in 2 weeks, I'm gonna shoot you.
I really don't know what's going on because you talking about shooting me and I didn't even ask to borrow your money.
How may I help you, sir?
You forgot to put sugar in my tea.
Look, I mean, it look like I'm getting emotionally choked up because I'm a man, I ain't supposed to be crying, but...
Listen, do you want the job or not?
I want the job.
I mean, I can go to the next room. I do this all day. I don't get any pleasure from this.
Oh, no, I'm not saying you get pleasure from doing it. I'm just...
Pull your drawers down.
Pull my drawers down? What are you talking about, man?
Hey, Brokey. Don't you forget, rent is due on the 1st of the month. Sitting around here doing nothing. Ain't got no money, no nothing.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.TashaKLive.com.
I'm not a TV bitch. I'm a bitch that's on TV. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm not one of these TV bitches. Like, no, bitch, I will rag you off camera. I don't even want the TV moment. I really want you to know what time I'm on. Because if I don't get I'm sorry, I'm going to stomp it out. Turn the fuck camera! They almost took me down. They was too heavy.
Let's say you're in a relationship with a really great girl, and lo and behold, you've been lying to her the entire time. Not only do you have another woman on the side, that woman is your wife. Your wife. You're married. So let's say you did all that. My question is, why?
Men can't be trusted. The only way I'd believe a man is if I knew what he was thinking. Because they'll tell you anything to get what they want.
Yo, I'd like to thank everybody for coming out tonight, especially you lovely ladies.
Those mofos have silver tongues.
She may be a suck-ass teacher, but Miss King is off the hook. If I was a little bit older and she was a lot younger, we could do it up maternal style.
Richard.
Watch this full program and other exclusive content on www.TashaKLive.com.